Innofa recently announced that it's investing in Romania and it's going to have a fourth production site in Romania besides the ones in US, Mexico. And you chose Miercurea Sibiului in Romania to invest in a production unit there. And this is already operational as of April 1st. Can you give us more details about this investment as it is right now?
Yeah, sure. So Innofa is is a family-owned company. We exist already more than 100 years. Our headquarters is in the Netherlands, and indeed we are having factories in the US and in Mexico. We are specialized in the production of textile, knitted textile, for various markets, for the bedding industry, but also for automotive, for furniture, upholstery, just as an example. And we are quite successful in the Americas, as we like to call it, with mattress covers, with confection also. So we produce the textile, but we also cut and sew the textiles to a mattress cover. And in Europe, we also sold mattress covers, but we had suppliers who did the confection for us. So there was a nice opportunity to make a deal with a company that was closing in Miercurea Sibiului. And we knew that company that was closing, they came into some difficulties. And we went into a discussion with them and decided to, let's say, take over the machines and the people. And that happened, let's say, in the last 6 months. And why we chose for Romania is that we strongly believe in the productivity, in the low work costs that you find there. Maybe more importantly, Elena, the fact that it becomes increasingly more difficult to find the right craftsmanship in the Netherlands, people that have textile knowledge. We experience the same in the US, by the way, and we find it more easy. Well, easy is not the right word, but less difficult to find the right people with the right craftsmanship in Romania, because there's still more textile production. You have a large automotive production in the Sibiu environment, where also textiles are a part of that. So those elements are important for us as Innofa to start up there.
I would like to add up on this and ask you if you think that Europe is still competitive in domains like this with handcraft work and manual work?
Well, that's an interesting...
We're talking a lot about Europe competitiveness right now, and yeah.
Well, it's a little bit depending on what type of craftsmanship, but we find, and as I said, Innofa exists since 1922, when the area where we are in the south of the Netherlands, in Tilburg, was a real textile community, and at a certain moment in time, 30 to 40% of the inhabitants of this area were working in the textile industry. Today, we are the only one who remain in Tilburg who are producing textiles. So maybe a long answer to your question. No, I think that the west and the north of Europe are less competitive with certain craftsmanship. Well, let me speak for textiles. And I think that the east and certain parts of the south are still a bit competitive. But also for Romania, the inflation level of Romania is relatively high. We talk about between 4 and 5%
Yeah,
per year.
highest in Europe.
Yeah, exactly. And of course, that has an impact on salaries, on labor costs, and at the end, on the competitiveness. But for the moment, well, we just started. We are very happy that we have a new team, and we even decided today that we are going to ramp up the production.
Okay, let's talk more about your investment here. Can you tell us a bit about its size, about how many people are employed here right now? How much do you produce right now, and what are your plans for this ramping up of production? What's like the maximum capacity that you plan to reach, maybe in the next 2-3 years?
We have started relatively small, with a small team in Romania. So the factory that we are operating is about 12,500 square meters. We have started with 30 FTEs. We decided today to ramp it up to, let's say, 50 FTEs. And we think, and our aim is that, let's say, within 1 to 2 years, we will probably be on a capacity of 150, maybe more FTE. That's a little bit the plan.
And how many employees are there in the company right now?
In Romania, you mean?
Yes.
We started with 30.
Yeah.
And we are now ramping up to 50 FTEs.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay.
And we think we will ramp up within now and 2 years to 150 people.
Yeah. And can you give us an estimate about the on the investment amount in Romania?
Yeah, if you talk in RON, you should think about an investment of, let's say, 10 million RON.
Okay. And do you plan to invest furthermore?
Yes, we are. Yeah, indeed, we are planning to add a new activity to this factory, because this factory is a big confection atelier. So it's what we call in the business a cut and sew. So we cut the fabric there and we stitch it to mattress covers, but we are also planning to produce the textile in the future in Romania. And that will be a new activity.
Do you have a timeline for that?
Well, within now and 1 year, we want to start this activity.
I guess that the textile work is a pretty much manual work, but do you also invest in technology, automatization, or do you plan to?
Yeah, the textile, if you talk about the cut and sew of the textile, this is very labor intensive indeed. We are pretty automated in the current factory. We think it's pretty much state of the art how we do it. But for the textile, the production of the textile, so the technology that we are that we do is circular knitting. This is pretty automated process. So there we operate with, let's say, the latest machines. And these machines, they run 24 hours per day. So this is a pretty automated and not so labor-intensive operation.
And the people also work in shifts to cover and supervise these machines?
At the moment, not. At the moment, we started in let's call it day shift. But indeed, from the moment when we start with the textile manufacturing, we will operate in a shift system. Yes.
Just as a curiosity, can you tell us the name of the company that you took over the activity from? The Romanian company? Or was it a Romanian company?
No, it was a Portuguese company. And the name was Aquinhos.
You also mentioned that you chose Romania out of other countries because of its smaller labor costs. Did you had in mind other countries as well? What were those, and what was like the very competitive advantage was this of the labor cost?
Yeah, it's not only the labor cost. Yes, the labor cost compared to a country like the Netherlands is a big difference, but also the availability of the craftsmanship. People that still have textile competencies is a very important one. And last but not least, the geographical location of Romania. We supply to a lot of customers in the DACH area, in the Scandinavia area, but also in, let's say, the Benelux, France. So the geographical location of Romania is very good for the supply to these areas. So that was also very important. So no, we have not looked to other countries because for us it was Romania at this moment.
I'm thinking that Sibiu area has an employment rate around 0. Is it difficult to find the? I think you took the employees from the previous production plant, but do you find any difficulties in finding other people?
For the moment, not. We did not take over all the laborers from the previous company. There was a small period of time in between when they stopped and we took them over. But there are still some people available that we that went into, let's call, unemployancy, and that we can take on board. So for the moment, we don't find it difficult to ramp up. But I can imagine that with a very low unemployancy of CBU area in the future, it could become a challenge. It could be. Yeah.
Can you tell us what kind of benefits do you offer for the employees? If I were a future employee, how would you convince me to join your company?
Well, first of all, Innofa as a group specialized in textile manufacturing is extremely sustainable, which is not always the case. So I think at the end that a certain sense of purpose for employees is very important. But it is not, we have nice buildings at Innofa, but it's not the buildings that make Innofa. It's also not the machines that we have. What makes Innofa are the people. And we find it indeed very important that that people are proud to work for us. So we give our employees in Miercurea, we have certain food tickets, I think is the name. We have certain health insurance benefits that we offer them. And we offer them a taxi service, so the people are brought and taken back to home. And we offer them, I think, a nice salary package. So that's what we offer our employees.
What's it like compared to the medium salary in Romania?
I think it's above that.
Oh, okay. Okay. For an area like Sibiu, I think it's pretty attractive.
And we think so. That's also why we, at the moment, we don't have difficulties with the ramp up, but we have to see in the future what it brings. We are also not placed in the market at the low level of product. Innofa is known for high quality, high performance textiles that are mid to high in the value chain.
So you're going to produce here mattress covers. Can you please tell us what's going to happen to these? Are you going to export fully the production from Romania? And which are the main countries targeted for the exports?
Yes, for the moment, everything will be exported. We do not, unfortunately, I have to say, have nice customers in Romania, but hopefully that will follow. Everything's going to be exported to the Benelux, DACH, so Germany, Switzerland, Austria, Scandinavia, Denmark, Sweden, Finland, the Baltic states, France. Those are the most important areas.
You're working with companies like IKEA, Volvo, Daimler. We also have automobile producers here and automobile components producers, car chairs, something like that. Are you planning to work with any of these companies here, any of the producers here?
We would love to, because automotive is a separate pillar under the foundation of Innofa. We invest quite a lot in the R&D for the automotive interior products. We also participate annually in the big famous Stuttgart Fair, the automotive interior exhibition. So yes, we would love to work with the OEMs or the tiers that are present in Romania. For the moment, we do not yet, but it could be an opportunity in the future.
How do you export your products? I mean, the Sibiu airport doesn't have a cargo terminal. Do you use the highway or the railway?
We use indeed trucks and the highway. Yeah. Yes.
Would it be useful to have another method of transporting them? Would it be useful to have a cargo terminal in the airport?
Well, I have in the past did a big study on the potential benefits of different ways of transport, but I think there's no such way yet possible. So I think the road network is pretty good in Europe in general. Also from Sibiu to, let's say, the west, there's no problem there. That's a very good connection. Either you go to Switzerland, Austria, or to Scandinavia, Poland, or Benelux. That's all. You can almost be everywhere within 24 hours. So to match that, it's not easy. So we're happy with the way we do it at the moment. But when there would be something else, which would be even better and more competitive, then we would definitely look into that.
Will this new factory change or improve the relationship you have with major current customers?
I don't think so. I don't hope so. And if it changes, I hope it's for the better.
For the better, yeah.
But no, I think we can offer our existing customer base, but also new customers, even more value. So we see it only as a positive development.
Will there be faster delivery times for some of them?
No, I don't think it's that we are going to supply faster. I think we can offer them a wider range of products, and that's where the benefit is.
You have started production since April 1st. How did this work out? Did you find any challenges or problems, or has it all been smooth?
Well, indeed, we had already a couple of challenges. We still have some challenges, which is pretty normal. But I think in general, it's fair to say that the startup went pretty good. Of course, this was a company that was running, and we do not need to reinvent the wheel. This is a company that was producing in an efficient way. We hired most of the employees back, so they know what to do. They know how to operate the machines. Of course, we have a couple of challenges, and there will be way more, but we can't complain really. The start was pretty okay.
Can you detail a bit about some of these challenges? It would be interesting to see your view, and how would you view doing business in Romania as opposed to countries like the US or the Netherlands?
Well, we had some technical challenges. There are one or two machines where we lack the software to operate them. We installed a complete new ERP system, but it also has a bit of hiccups. We installed a complete new ICT infrastructure, which also has a bit of hiccups. But I think in general, the cooperation of the involved people was pretty good. And it's too early to make a judgment, but for now, I have to say that the work ethic, as I was last week in Miercurea, and I had the opportunity to make a presentation to the full staff. And I think the work ethic and the quality of the work, I can only be positive about that.
And maybe this would be my last question. What opportunities for development do you see here in the next 3 or 5 years? Do you plan to stay here for the long term?
Yeah, Innofa, we are existing 102 years, and we are not a huge player in the market. We want to become a little bit more global. I call it, not global, but global. We have growth ambition, but we like to, do it properly. So we are not here for the short period of time. We've taken this step, not for half a year or for 2 years. We've taken this step for the longer run. We really want to make a success out of it for our customers, for our employees, for the shareholders. So yes, we are definitely in it for the long run.